another sports fans, and I just have a couple of videos to make before I do something else. The first video is about the game today. Today's bronze medal game between the United States and Finland. Now, as you all know, both teams lost to two big brothers, Canada and Sweden. And they were playing for the bronze medal today, and as we all know, Finland won that game. They shut out the Americans. You believe that? The Americans get shut out again. But I can tell right off the bat that this U.S. team weren't going to show up. So I mean, I guess that loss to Canada really knocked out their sails. Not just that, but their offensive power. They were scoring a lot of goals throughout the tournament, but then ran into a red wall of Canada's defense and goaltending by Carey Price. So it's not surprising that they didn't show up for this game. I guess they wanted that goal to beat Canada so badly that I guess they fell off their game plan when they played against Canada. And the Canadian defense they shot the pucks out of their zone. They covered up the neutral zones pretty well, and they forechecked ferociously on the defensive side. And by the time the U.S. forwards tried to get the puck, the Canadian forwards shoved it out of the way. So they got shut out by a point. And this game, they got shut out by Finland. Again, like Carey Price, this Tulin Rusk played very well in goal for Finland. And Teemu Selanne got a few goals for Finland as well. So that kind of put the nail in the coffin for the United States regarding getting any goals. And I could just see it in their the body language and in their faces. Their players were just really downbeat, really down on themselves for losing to Canada. That game, they never fully recovered. I mean, I guess they wanted to get a goal so badly against Canada, get into the gold medal game. They never stuck to their game plan. They tried to make things more complex on the ice than Canada did, which stuck to their simple game plan, such as defense and forechecking and keeping the pucks, covering up the passing lanes and keeping the U.S. forwards out of the neutral zone. So they're just a good defensive team, and Finland in the bronze medal game showed that today. Now the U.S. has to go back to the drawing board and basically just become more smarter in regarding the regards on how to choose their players, in which players to select. And not just the players, but I have to question the coaching of the U.S. team. Like this, I don't know his name, but this Dan, I don't know how to say his last name, but he's a coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Like he coaches Sidney Crosby and Chris Kunitz, who plays for Canada. I gotta question his coaching. Like he could have changed his line around to avoid the likes of the Jonathan Taves and Jeff Carter line. And he apparently did not do that. He thought that Phil Kessel could challenge these two good players. But Jonathan Taves and Jeff Carter are high caliber players. I mean, they play for teams that made the playoffs, and they're both Stanley Cup winners. And Phil Kessel has no Stanley Cup, so it's kind of baffling to me as to why he did not make Phil Kessel play with a different line against a different line of Team Canada. I don't know. Some coaches can be funny. They think using the same types of plays and type of players will work, but sometimes when it comes down to it, doesn't always work out that way. And obviously, the U.S. against Finland, it showed. I don't know. They just weren't in the game at all. The U.S. team, they just weren't in it at all. I feel sad for them that they didn't medal. But it all comes down to not just the players; it comes down to the coaching as well, and the directors too, who basically scout the coaches and basically choose the team, the players that they want them to play for the country. It's a sad day for USA hockey, but at least the women medaled. But still, it's not the medal that they wanted. Of course, and the worst thing about it is that both men's and women's teams were beaten by Canada. They were beaten by both Canada's men's and women's team. So it's just another terrible tournament, particularly for the men. I got a feel for them. That's it for this Sochi report of hockey. Now that the Olympics are almost over, I can go on to talk about other sports as well. That's it.